Hey guys, thanks for joining us here at Salty Ginger Talk. If you're a returning listener, it's great to have you back. If you're new to the channel, really glad you joined us. Hope you like what you hear. So today we're going to talk about why the power of skill is better than passion, why mastery beats passion. And so we're going to start that off with one of the worst pieces of advice we've ever heard. And we hear it sprinkled around a lot, and it's trite and it's bullshit. Follow your passion. Wrong. The world would be full of cowboys and princesses if we were supposed to follow our passion to figure out what to do with our lives. It's just bad advice, plain and simple. It's misleading advice. Like the world doesn't reward a lot of things that are fun to do. They're fun to do. You're not going to make any money at doing them. You're not going to build a good life around them. That's just how it is. And that's why that advice leaves most people broke, stuck, and frustrated. Instead of that, what we want to do is find a valuable skill, get really fucking good at it, and fall in love with the process of mastery. It's that simple. Find a skill that has value in the marketplace, get good at it, and fall in love with the process of mastering that skill. That's where you're going to find fulfillment. That's where you're going to find success. That's where you're going to learn mastery of something that's going to take care of you for the rest of your life. That is the path, not follow your passion. The path we're talking about, find a skill, fall in love with the process to master it, and master it leads to long-term success, leads to fulfillment, and it leads to freedom for you, both mental, financial, and everything else in your life. So let's just jump into all the reasons why this is true, and we'll see if we can convince you of our statements here. So, okay, number one, passion fades, plain and simple. Skills compound. They build on top of themselves to keep moving you further down the road. People chase passion like it's supposed to be their spouse, and it's wrong. Like, it's just not how it works. Passion comes and goes based on your mood, based on your motivation, based on whatever TikTok says is cool right now, based on whatever you see on social media. Passion is fleeting and it's fickle, and it's not something we can build our lives around. Skill, on the other hand, compounds. Skill is something you can always fall back on. If you've developed a skill that has value in the marketplace, you can always be productive. You can always contribute. You can always provide for yourself. So there's research from both Yale and Stanford that shows that people who believe passion must be found actually give up a lot faster when challenges appear. So when you're chasing your passion and the inevitable obstacles come up that always come up in everybody's life, the people that are chasing passion quit. They quit a lot faster than the people that are developing skill and are trying to fall in love with the process of mastery. So, real straightforward. The more you're committed to the process, the more you're committed to developing the skill instead of chasing a passion, the more you're going to stick with it. It's really that simple. And here's the thing. Passion follows competence. When you get good at something, you start liking it more. It's that simple. When you see progress, you want to keep going. It is that process that will help you develop passion for the things that will make your life great, not some passion. Skill fuels passion, not the other way around. Okay? Number two, mastery creates opportunity. People complain a lot. I don't have any opportunities. I can't get ahead. I can't find a path. What are you doing to make yourself better? Opportunity shows up for people who are excellent at what they do. It's that simple. And it doesn't matter what that skill is. Let's say you're really good at sales. People will recruit you to come sell for them if they see you're good at sales. Let's say you're a really good writer. People will pay you to write for them. Let's say you're great at coding, at design, at leadership, problem solving. It doesn't matter. The doors will open for you in those areas if you demonstrate mastery in your skill. That's straightforward. Companies, clients, and teams, people don't care what your passion is. They don't give a fuck. What they care is, what can you do? What are you good at? What can you deliver? So most successful entrepreneurs, if you ask them, they didn't follow their passion. They didn't wake up and say, I love writing computer code, so I started building apps. Not at all. They followed their strengths. They realized, hey, I'm pretty good at this coding thing. What can I do with it? How can I get better at it? What can I build with this skill that I've got that has some value in the marketplace? That skill helps them develop passion for that industry, and that's when they start being successful. Warren Buffett didn't start out passionate about investing. He got good as a kid. He literally used to go and buy 6 packs of Coke for 25 cents and he'd sell each bottle for a nickel. So he was making a 20% margin. Like as a kid, he was doing this stuff, paper routes, all sorts of things. He got good at it and got passionate about it because he got good at it. Straightforward. Kobe Bryant didn't follow his passion for basketball. He committed to basketball and got really good at basketball, which is what made him passionate about it. Very straightforward. That's the path. The path is not find your passion. The path is master a skill, fall in love with the process by which you're mastering that skill. That will give you the passion for the thing that's going to provide for you. And that's the thing. That's point number 3. Falling in love with the struggle is the difference maker. People quit because they hate the hard parts, plain and simple. They don't like the repetition. They don't like the discipline. They don't like the slow progress. They don't like the setbacks. Who does like those things? Nobody likes those things, but you have to learn to think about them differently. The repetition, I'm getting better when other people aren't. That's a thought you can tell yourself. I used to tell myself that all the time while I was out running or lifting weights or whatever. Nobody else is doing what I'm doing right now, and I'm gaining on them. I'm distancing myself from them in terms of skills and ability. Same thing with discipline. It's not fun to get up and do things you don't want to do. Discipline will help you do that. Habits help you build discipline. Falling in love with the process helps you build discipline. Every skill worth having requires everything I just talked about. It requires repetition. It requires discipline. It requires slow progress. And you're going to you're going to encounter setbacks, period. You just are. If you only work when it feels good, you're never going to be world class at anything. You're going to be mediocre because mediocre people do just enough. The phrase good enough should not be in your vocabulary. Good enough is not good enough. Success requires falling in love with the boring, unsexy grind that most people avoid. That's how you get better at things, plain and simple. So, one of our favorite writers and psychologists, Angela Duckworth, who wrote the book Grit, which we talk about over and over again on this podcast, shows that long-term success belongs to people who persist through the boredom and frustration, not to the people that are chasing excitement and following their passion. Grit means you keep going even when it sucks. That's all it is. Refusal to quit, refusal to give up. Everybody has that capability in them. You just have to reach deep down inside you and find it and apply it on a consistent basis. If you can learn to enjoy the process, the repetitions, the struggle, the small improvements, the tiny gains that you make on a daily basis, at some point you're going to look up and realize I am a fucking master at this and nobody can stop me. Most people chase feeling. They chase emotion. Top performers chase improvement. They chase tangible results. That's the mentality you want to develop for yourself. Okay, let's talk about the dream job. The dream job. The dream job. People wait for the magical moment where this passion strikes like lightning. Not how life works. There isn't a dream job out there. I hate to break it to you. Waiting for passion is just procrastination disguised as philosophy. That's all it is. I don't want to do the shitty stuff in front of me. I've got a skill I could develop and get good at, but I don't want to do the work. So I'm going to hold out for my dream job. Yeah, not true. You don't discover your dream job. You build it. You make it. You get good at something and make your own dream job. It's that simple. Your dream job is at the intersection of a skill you're great at, a problem the world is willing to pay for to have solved, and a process you can commit to long term. Let's just say that one more time. Your dream job is at the intersection of a skill you are great at, a problem the world is willing to pay for you to solve, and a process you can commit to long term. Compare that to follow your passion, which is basically, I hope the world magically rewards me for what I happen to like. Good luck. Good luck eating tonight, if that's your approach. It's not a strategy. It's a wish. That's not where we want to be in life. That's not the way to go. Don't follow your passion. Find a skill that's marketable, that people will pay you for. Fall in love with the process to master it and see how good your life gets. Okay, so how do we find this skill? It's really easy to sit here and talk about. How do we find this skill that we want to master, that we want to put all this work and effort into? I'm going to give you a simple framework that you can use. If you've got your own, great. Here's a framework that you can use if you don't. Number 1, look at what people come to you for. What do they ask you about? Do they ask you for advice? Do they ask you for tech help? Do they ask you to provide leadership? Do they ask for your creativity? Those are clues. What areas do people come to you and say, hey, you're good at this. I could use your help. That's a clue on where you should look for your skill. Look at where you make progress faster than average. If something feels intuitive or easier for you, that's not an accident. That's a signal. That's a sign. That's a clue. Listen to the signals, signs, and clues. Also, this one's very, very important. Look at what the marketplace rewards. Skills only matter if they solve a real problem. Let's say you're an awesome whittler. That's great, but you're probably not going to retire on your whittling skills. Let's say you're double jointed and you can, bend your elbow the other way. Really cool, but who's going to pay you for that? Unless you're a circus sideshow person, probably not the skill that's going to pay your bills. So you've got to make sure that the marketplace is going to reward what you're spending your time and effort on. And then ask yourself, are you willing to suffer for this? Are you willing to push through the boredom and the repetition and the setbacks and the slow progress? This is by far the most important question. What are you willing to struggle through without quitting? If you want a great life, you're going to have to struggle, plain and simple. Other people will lie to you. I'm not going to do it. You have to struggle. You have to fight. It's going to suck. And every single successful person will tell you the same thing if they're being honest with you. If you can align those four things that people come to you for already, where you make progress faster than average, that the marketplace will pay you for, and that you're willing to stick to and suffer for, that's usually the right path. Okay? So let's do some action items here as we wrap this thing up. What are our action items that can help us change our mindset to say, fuck passion? We're going to find a skill. We're going to commit to getting better at that skill. And we're going to use that to build our life that we want. Okay, so action step number 1, we got to pick a skill. Pick one that matters and commit to practicing it for 30 minutes every day for the next 30 days. Minimum. 30 minutes every day. No exceptions, no ifs, ands, or buts. Step number 2, track your repetitions, not your feelings. I don't care how you feel about it. I don't care if you love it or hate it. I care that you do it over and over again to develop the skill that you need to develop. Focus on improvement, not motivation. That's not the point of the exercise. Step number 3, we got to get rid of the phrase, follow your passion. That gets replaced with, follow the process. Do the work. Real straightforward. No more follow your passion bullshit. Follow the process. Do the work. Do the thing. Right? And then ask yourself this question every morning. If I was a master of this, what would I do today? And then do that. Real simple. Ask yourself the question. Come up with the answer to your question. Do that every day. That's your path to success. Okay? Look, I hate to break it to you. The world does not reward passion on its own. It rewards excellence. So what you want to do is get excellent at something that you can become passionate about, and that will be the key to long-term success. It rewards people who stick with something long enough to get dangerously good at it, plain and simple. If you want freedom, if you want fulfillment, if you want success, stop searching for passion like it's hiding under a rock. It ain't there. It's not there. And even if you do find something you're passionate about to start, it's going to fade. It's going to go away. It's not going to carry you through to where you want to get to. We're going to find a skill. We're going to commit to it. We're going to fall in love with that grind because that's what's going to get us where we want to be. That's the formula. It works every single time. Find a skill, commit to it, fall in love with the grind. That's going to lead you where you want to be for success. Okay, so James puts it up over here every day. Head over to our website, saltygingertalk.com. All of our podcast episodes are available there. Links to our social media accounts are available there. We've got a newsletter we publish every weekday you can subscribe to on our website. Make sure you like, share, comment, subscribe to our podcast, whatever platform you consume it on. We have episodes like this where we give you practical advice and real world tips that you can incorporate into your life starting right now to start building the life that you want. We interview people who come on and talk about what they've learned from life and how they've built lives of success and fulfillment and motivation because of all the shitty stuff they've gone through. And they're very open when they share those stories and thoughts and tips with us. It's all great stuff. It's going to help you get to where you want to be. Make sure you don't miss our next episode. We'll see you there.